Hey all, this is Anjali, and in this video, I'm going to cover from question number 3 for the sample paper 2018 IP. In the previous video, we've already done question 1 and 2, and now we're going to start from question number 3. So, question number 3 is from DBMS, and it has various parts, and the total weightage is 10 marks. Like over here in this question paper, the A part of question 3 is mention any two example of common database management system. This is a question which has come in previous year paper as well. So it's mention any two example of common database management system. One which is there in your syllabus, that is MySQL, and second you can name as Oracle. That's a major database management system which we use. Other than this, there could be like we can have Access, we can have DBase, we can have SQL Server, but these are the two major ones. This is for 1 mark. The next question is write the full form of the following: DDL, DML. The easiest question possible for SQL. So DDL is data definition language, and DML is data manipulation language. Since in the question they have asked only the full form, so you should write full forms only because the question is for 1 mark and this much is enough. But if they would have asked like what is DDL and DML, then you can write like DDL is for the commands which are related to the structure of the table and DML is for manipulating the data. But just write the full form for 1 mark, it's enough. Then comes question number C, which says Miss Archana, a class 11 student, has just started learning MySQL. Help her in understanding the basic difference between alter and update command with suitable example. And then you have to suggest suitable commands for the following purpose. So first you have to differentiate between alter and update command with suitable example. So first we're going to write the difference between alter and update. So as we know, alter table is a DDL command. Command used to modify the structure of a table, whereas update is a DML command used to modify the data inside the table. So alter table is a DDL command which is used to modify the structure of a table, whereas update is a DML command used to modify the data inside the table. So that's the main difference between alter and update. Now we have to give an example. Example is if you have to add a new column named email ID in a table named student. So if I have to add a new column, then I have to use alter table for this. So the solution for this will be alter table student add. We have to add for email, and the data type for email should be varchar. So this could be the command for adding a new column. That is your example of alter. Then second example is for update. Now if I have to take an example for update, that means I have to change the data. So I can take it as to set email ID of student with admission number 890 as abc@gmail.com. So I have to change the data now. For this I have to use update command. So I'll be writing update, name of the table, that is student, set, name of the column which has to be modified. So update student, set email is equal to whatever is the value of email in quotes because it is of type character. So we write here gmail.com where admission number is equal to 890. So it will modify the email ID of the student who has admission number as 890. So that's how we use alter table and update. So alter is used to modify the structure of the table, whereas update is used to modify the data stored inside the table. Then comes the next part of the question where it says also suggest her suitable command for the following purpose: to display the list of the database already existing in MySQL. So you have to show the list of databases which are already there in MySQL. So for that we have a command called show databases. That's it. It's databases. So don't forget to put the S after that. Show databases will show you the list of all existing databases in MySQL in your computer. To use the database named city. So if you have to make a database, current database, you have to use it. So the command is use only. So you just write use, then space and name of the database. That's use city. To remove the pre-existing database named clients. So for deleting the database, you have drop database clients. This is going to delete the database from your system. To remove all the records of the table named club at one go along with its structure permanently. So you have to delete the table along with the structure, so we have drop table. If you had to delete only the data, then we could have used truncate table, but it is delete the table along with the data, so it's drop table club. So this is the set of commands we use for performing these tasks. Okay, then comes D part of the question where it is given like observe the given table named loan carefully and predict the output of the following. Okay, so output of the following, the first is select count file number minus count loan amount from loan. As we know, count only counts the not null values. So file number is this column. So to count the not null values in this, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Count of loan amount is loan amount column is this. So it's 1, 2, null is not counted, 3, 4. So this count gives me 5 and this counts give me 4. So when I do 5 minus 4, I get 1. So answer of first part is 1. Okay, then says select customer name comma loan amount from loan where month of check date is 7. Check date is this column and the month is this one. Here it's 06, 07, 07, 08, 08. So we have to show for 7. That is these two records, and what you have to show is customer name and loan amount. So first of all, you should write the headings like customer name space loan amount. Then I have to write the customer name, that's Mr. Rajesh. And the loan amount for Mr. Rajesh is 745738. Okay. Then the second name is Mrs. Sapna. And the loan amount for that is, it's not there. It's not there, so you leave it blank. But we have to write the name. So this is how we answer for question number 2. Then comes question number 3. Now this question number 3 is select concat left. Something happened with the file. What is opening? I didn't open that. Okay, we had this one. So it was select concat left file number comma 2. So that means from file number you have to take 2 characters from the left hand side and write customer name comma 2. So from customer name, you have to take the rightmost characters and you need to concat them as ID from the loan, where bank is ICUCI. ICUCI is here. This is 1 and 2 records. Okay. So whenever the heading is not given, then you have to write the formula only at the top. So you have to write like this: concat left file number, comma 2, comma right customer name, comma 2. So you write this, and below this you have to write the values. Okay, so first is ICUCI is Mr. Rajesh again. So 2 letters from the beginning, that is 2, 3, and 2 letters from the name from the end. Then the next one is 4, 3, and the last 2 letters are ET. So that is your answer for third part, right? 2 letters from the left of file number, 2 letters from the right of customer name, and then join them. That's the concatenation. Then comes question 4, that is select round loan amount minus loan amount into 10 upon 100 as discounted payment from loan where loan amount is greater than 7 lakh. Okay, so we have to decrease the loan amount by 10% and then round the value and show it. So the heading would be round loan amount minus loan amount into 10 upon 100. Okay, no, this will not be the heading in this case because it's given as discounted payment. Since it's given as discounted payment, so heading will not be the formula. The heading would be discounted payment. Same way in the upper question also, I just mislooked that. They have given as ID. So you're not going to write the formula over here. You will write ID. So if this thing is not given as ID, this is called alias. If this thing is not given, then you have to write the formula name. But if alias is given, so you're going to write that as the heading of the column. So here we are going to write discounted payment. Now, the ones which have more than 7 lakh, okay, those are these two, the first two records. So if I have 809,876, so we have to subtract the values 809,876 minus the 10% would be 8098.76. If I subtract this, I will be getting something. And similarly for the other ones, since the values are not too good, let us subtract that and then we have to round them. So we need to calculate so that we don't make any error. It's better to trust calculator in this precision thing. So we just need to subtract, and the basic thing is that you have to round off the things. So it should be 809876 minus, but you have to do on your paper only because you won't be having a calculator in the exam. 0.76 is equal to, okay, this comes 801,777.24. Since we are rounding and there is not mentioned that till which decimal place you have to round, so we round off till 0 only, till here, and this digit is 2. 2 is less than 5, so we don't add any extra value over here. So the answer for this one will be 801,777. Okay, then comes the second value. The second value is, I should clear this, the second value is this, which is 745738 minus 7457.38, which is the 10% of the loan amount, and this gives me 738280.62. Now 0.62, this 6 is greater than 5, so extra 1 has to be added here, and the answer for this one will be 738281 because it's 0.6, so we have to add extra 1 to this. So that's how we get the values. So this is your question number 3 of MySQL, which gives you 10 marks if you solve all the parts correctly. Okay. Then comes our question number 4. Question number 4 is from Java. It's a 15-mark question. So the total weightage of this question is 15 marks, and it comes from Java. As you can see, the first part says write down the full form of the following. Okay, the first one is URL, and the full form of this is Uniform Resource Locator. Then you have IDE, as you've seen IDE with NetBeans IDE. So NetBeans IDE means Integrated Development Environment. So that is the full form of IDE. That's your question A. Then we have question B that says which property is used during design time to add a number of countries in the list box. Easy one. We have model property used for that. So whatever values you have to show in the list box or combo box, we have model property for that. So you can write here model property is used to add a number of countries in the list box. Okay, that's for 1 mark. Then comes question number C. What will be the final value of variable x after following code is executed? X is 10, fine, while 10 greater than 1 is true. Okay, it comes here, x is divided by 3. So 10 upon 3 becomes 3 because it's integer, so 3 point something comes, but we'll take 3. Then it becomes 4. Okay, let's check with the proper working. If we do the proper working for this, we have initially x as 10, x greater than 1 is true because you have to solve these questions with working in your exam. It's true, so x becomes 10 upon 3, which is 3. Then plus plus x makes it 4. Okay, so it becomes 4. In the next iteration, x is 4, x greater than 1 is true. X becomes 4 upon 3, which is 1 point something, so it's 1. So plus plus x makes it 2. In the next iteration, x is 2, x greater than 1 is true. Then x is equal to 2 upon 3, which becomes 0. Plus plus x makes it 1. So we come out, x is 1, and 1 greater than 1 is false. So that's it. It stops thus. After the code is executed, x is 1. That's how we do it. Okay, then find the output of the following Java code snippet after execution of each Java statement labeled as line 1, line 2, line 3, and line 4. Okay, so we have a string named user ID where we have India and password is blank. So when first line is executed, pwd is equal to user id dot substring 0 comma 2. Okay, so what we have to do is 0 comma 2 means we have to start picking the characters from position 0, and we have to pick till position 2, and 2 is exclusive. We don't include 2 index while picking up the values. So here if we see, so in the first part pwd will get in, that is the characters at position 0 and 1. Then comes your variable L. Your variable L, which is of type integer, gets user ID dot length. We have 5 letters in India, so the length becomes 5. There are no spaces, so just India is counted. There are 5 letters, length is 5. Then it is pw is equal to pwd dot to lowercase. So the pwd value will be changed to in small letters. Then we have pw is equal to pwd dot concat some space, it's not space, it's just blank, plus L. So what we are going to concatenate with this, we're going to concatenate 5 with this. So it becomes in 5 because PWD is already small in in dot, and then we have to concat the value of L, which is 5, so it becomes in 5. So that's how your strings work. Then comes rewrite the following code using the for loop. That's a long code written with while, which you need to convert to for loop. So you actually don't have to see what exactly they want to do. Whenever you get the conversion questions, what you need to see is where is the initialization, where is the condition, and where is the increment. So the first thing when you have to check is just check that which variable is used in the condition. I see that attempt is being used in the condition, so I'll find the initial value for that and I'll find the increment value for that. So in this question, it's easily found. Rest, you don't have to bother what they've written. We're just going to convert it to for loop like this. That we first declare the variable attempt. That's it. We don't initialize it here. Then we write for. We write for attempt is equal to 0. That is initialization. Then we write attempt less than equal to 3. Then we write attempt plus plus, no semicolon after for. Then you start the curly brackets and write all other statements as it is. You don't have to change any of them. You don't have to change any of them. Just keep writing the way it's written over there, because your purpose is to convert the code to while from while to for loop. We don't have to go into the logic what they're doing, but to tell you, they're just inputting a username and password and checking whether it matches with a set of values or not. But you don't have to go into the code. You just have to copy the statements as it is in your conversion code. What you had to change was the initialization, login, and the other stuff which we have changed. So it's going to be 12 and password equals IP. Then you have to write this J option pane1 dot show message dialog null, and then we show welcome, and then we have break and this, and then else, and then else also you have to write a J option but with a different message, and the message is please try again. That's it. And then they had attempt plus plus, which we don't have to write because attempt plus plus we've already given with for above in the increment part, and we're just going to close the bracket for the loop. So that's how you convert while to for. So don't change the code, just change the positions of the increment, condition, and the initialization thing. That's it, it's converted. Okay. Then comes the following code has errors. Rewrite the following code underlining all the corrections made. Okay, so here int start is equal to 2, semicolon end is equal to 20, which is a common type of error. We don't have a semicolon here. We have to put a comma here. We can't put a semicolon when you have multiple declarations. So I'm not writing the wrong code, but when you write the answer, first write this code, underline the errors, and then you have to write the corrected code again. So here, if I write the corrected code, I get int start is equal to 2, comma end is equal to 20. It should not be a semicolon there. Then do semicolon. There is no semicolon after do. We just write do. Then start is equal to start plus start. Okay, this is fine. That doesn't matter. We can write like this. So there is no syntax error in this one, and you don't have to find the logical errors. Start is equal to start plus start is fine. Then you have while start is equal to end. This line also is fine, so I write it as it is. There is no error as such in this one. We have to go to the next page. Where is the rest of the question? Okay, we directly got F part after this. And in this paper, the question is missing. We don't have it here in this PDF. Yeah, we don't have it in this PDF. Okay, so can't help it. We don't have this full question out here, but in this part only two errors were there. That was we have to have a comma here, and then instead of semicolon, we don't have a semicolon here. Rest of the code is not complete. So usually this doesn't happen in the paper, in the final paper, but if it happens over there as well, you just have to mark these and then stop it because there is no more code, so we can't find any more error in this. That's your question number E. Then comes question number F, which has many parts, and this question is usually from 5 to 6 marks, and this one is for 6 marks over here. Now it's for 6 marks over here, and what does it say? It says that we have Miss Neelam works as a programmer for kids entertainment zone. She has designed a registration page to calculate the total fee of summer camp depending upon the number of activities selected by the user, considering age eligibility as well. A screenshot of the same is given below where we have all this thing, and then help her in writing the code to do the following. First thing is, after entering the age in the specified text field, when check eligibility button is clicked, a dialog box should be displayed with the message welcome if age is between 3 to 13 years. There should be a message sorry you are either underage or overage. Additionally, the application should be closed if the age is inappropriate. Okay, so that's question number F, part 1. So we have to read the age and check that. So let's see which text field is there for the age, the second one. Since they have not mentioned the names for the text fields and all, so you can draw this screen in your answer sheet and then you can mark with arrows and name them, like make an arrow and write that this is T1 or whatever name you want to give. So I can write like this, that this is txt name, like this. So obviously you can write easily with the pen. So you have to write that this is txt name or T1, whatever name you want to give. And for the next one, I can write that this is txt age and all. So you can make this screen on your answer sheet and name all of the controls which I'm going to use in the coding. Like here, I'm going to use txt age. So I have to read txt age in an integer variable age. So I write age is equal to integer dot parse int. I have to read the value from txt age dot get text. So we read the value from the age, and then we need to check if age is between 3 to 13. So if age is greater than equal to 3 and age is less than equal to 13. So if age is greater than equal to 3 and less than equal to 13, we have to show a message. So for that we have to write J option pane 1 dot show message dialog, and over here the message should be welcome. That's it, to show welcome. Otherwise you have to show sorry you are either underage or overage. So else if age is not in this range, then one thing I have to show this sorry you are either underage or overage, and they've told that if it's wrong, means if the age is wrong, the program should terminate over there only. So to terminate the program, we have a command system.exit. So if the age is fine, it's okay, it shows welcome. But if the age is not between 3 and 13, then it shows a message, sorry, you're either underage or overage, and system.exit will close the window. So that's how we answer for the first part of the question. Okay. Let's read the second part. Second part says, after selecting the desirable activities, total fee should be displayed in the specified text field on the click of proceed button. Here, on the click of proceed button at the rate of rupees 1000 per activity. So we have to find the fee. There are 6 of them. First checkbox, second, third, 6 checkboxes are there. And for each checkbox, we have to charge 1000 rupees for the fee. We have to write the coding of the proceed button where we assume that fee is initially 0 and then we have to keep checking. So we check if singing checkbox dot is selected. That means if singing is selected, we have to charge 1000 rupees for that. So I should add 1000 in the fee. Similarly, you have to check it for all 6. So I have to check for singing, I have to check for dancing, I have to check for all the activities which are there. So I'll check if dancing checkbox is selected, then also we have to add 1000. Then we have to see if drawing is selected, then also we have to charge 1000. And make sure you don't put else if over here, it is only if, because all checkboxes are independent of each other. It doesn't matter which one is selected, which one is not. So you will never put else if when you're checking multiple checkboxes like this. It's all independent ifs. If one is true, it doesn't affect the other one. And then finally we have modeling. We have modeling. Okay. So this is how we calculate the fee. So whichever checkbox is selected, 1000 rupees will be added for that particular checkbox. And then finally, whatever is the amount of fee that has to be shown in this text field. So we have to show it in text fee dot set text. What you have to show is the fee. And this whole code has to be written on the click of proceed button. Okay. So that is done. The second part of the question is done. We have 2 more parts for this. A discount of 20% is applicable if more than one activity is chosen by the user. That means if the fee is more than 1000, that simply says that more than one activity has been selected. So it's just common sense thing which you have to think of, that if fee is more than 1000, that means more than one activity is selected and we have to give 20% discount. Okay, so we take int fee, we take int discount. Don't have to write int again. It's only this much. Then you read the value of fee first, because it's a separate buttons coding, so we can't use the above variable for fee because that was a separate button. This is a separate button, so you have to take the variable again and you have to read the value in that. We can't continue with the previous code, so we have to read the value of fee and then I check if fee is greater than 1000. Don't put equal to, because that means one activity. Greater than 1000 means you have more than one activity. If it is there, discount should be 20%, that is 20 into fee upon 100, else discount should be 0. So discount is calculated, which we have to show. So we show it in the discount text field. Okay, fine. So this third part is also done. And we have one more part for this that says after clicking on the net fee button, net fee should be calculated and displayed in the respective text field as per the given formula. Okay, so fourth part is where we are just going to do the subtraction. So we're going to take 3 variables over here, fee, discount and net fee, where I need to read the two values now. I have to read the value for fee and I have to read the value for discount, because the earlier was on a separate button and this is a separate button. So we write discount is equal to txt discount. So we read these values and then we find the net fee, which is fee minus discount, and then we are going to show it in the net fee. So txt net dot set text, and over here we show the value of net fee. So it was a bit lengthy but simple. Just solve each part individually with proper concentration, and you will get 6 marks for this. So that's how we solve the GUI question of Java, which is part of your question number 4. To download the solutions, I'm giving a link in the description section. So you can click on that and download these solutions. And in case of any doubts, do write in the comment section. And I'll be coming up with the next video where we will be solving question number 5 onwards. Till then, keep watching and keep liking the videos as well. Thank you.